I have friends at court! Powerful friends! The king himself made me a lord!
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, where we return to our Janos Slynt playthrough. We are currently at war with the current Lord of the Trident, Hostatully, who for some reason has not lost his lands after his rebellion. No idea why. So we're trying to attack him in our claim for this area of the Riverlands, a good chunk of the eastern half of the Riverlands below the Trident, so a really good, powerful land that we can hopefully take for our own. We have our friends of Greyjoy, Lannister, and Stark, and Tyrell, all hopefully helping us in this war, and hopefully we can get the claim on Wayfarer's Rest, Goodbrook, and Highheart before the war comes to an end as well, so that we can also take that area of land. The King in the North, King Duncan Stark, who I was supposed to change the name for and I've just completely forgot, is currently winning by 65%, which is interesting. It'll be interesting to see how that goes, and he is marching several Stark hosts down south, so it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Other than that, though, there's not really any of these that are going to be a threat to Joffrey and his rule now. Stannis is dead after being pretty much sawn in half, and his daughter Shireen rules with her husband, Prince Edric, the Bastard of Dragonstone, and they do actually have a son, Prince Stannis of Dragonstone, with, oh my god, 11 martial at the age of 1. That is absolutely insane. Strong and quick trait. Yeah, the strong trait that goes through the Baratheon bloodline. And then he's got the quick trait, so that gives him 5 martial before he even gets going. And then there's several Durandon bloodlines as well, isn't there, that gives him extra martial as well. So that explains why his martial is so insanely high. But we will be keeping an eye on this guy. Do we have anyone that we could betroth to him? I don't think we do, which is a shame. But yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on him. There's some interesting young characters coming about in the realm. So anyway, let's unpause and continue trying to get our claim upon the lands around Harrenhall, which will hopefully make us a very powerful High Lord then. The Ironborn Civil War for elective monarchy has ended. Lord Paramount Theon of the Iron Islands has won, which is great news as he is married to our daughter, so that keeps our alliance there going well. The Battle of Buttle Hall is a great victory in our favour. Your acquaintance Lord Reaver Baelor Blacktide has been captured by Lord Paramount Theon Greyjoy of the Iron Islands and taken to Pike as a prisoner. Your acquaintance Lord Reaver Donna Saltcliffe has also been imprisoned, and your acquaintance Lord Galbert Farwind, and your acquaintance Lord Reaver Danes Drum. So several Ironborn people have been taken hostage. To the magnificent Lord Janos, may you live in harmony and contentment. We would like you to back our plot to kill Sir Gwynedd Morrigan. There's not really anything that we can achieve from doing that, Commander of the Iron Throne, so I'm going to decline, and peace with you, I Lord Andar of Rhinestone. Accept your proposal for a non-aggression pact. Yes, of course, because his sister is married to one of our sons, I believe. Can we now form an alliance with you? Perfect. So by doing that, we can get that alliance back with House Royce that we did have with Bronze Yom before his untimely death. Right, so we're going to try and get our armies together down here in the Great Fork, and hopefully our allies can do most of the damage for us. Prince Stannis II of Dragonstone has inherited Dragonstone and other titles from Shireen Baratheon. She hasn't died, so that's interesting. She's abdicated for her 1-year-old son, which is interesting. So she's now in charge of Sharp Point. So does that mean that Bar Aemon has been... No, we still have Lord Roland II of Sharp Point. So she just moved to his court? What's gone on there then? So why has Shireen... So she's in the court of Lord Bar Aemon. That's interesting. No idea what the hell's happened there. So we now have a 2-year-old Stannis Baratheon, second of his name. Let's call our allies into this war. The Royces will hopefully be able to help us. This 1,000 men aren't going to be able to get south quick enough before they get attacked by one of the hosts by the looks of it, which is quite annoying. That's a bit of a shame and a bit of a waste, but we'll get whatever other troops we can down south. Hopefully our allies will be able to help us in this. Let's try and get a bit of insurance, shall we? Let's plot to kidnap the Lord of the Trident. And let's auto-invite people to our plot. Is there anyone that we can invite? Jonas Bracken. Okay, so the Brackens seem to have had enough of the Tullys. And Titus Blackwood. Wow, we've actually got Jonas Bracken and Titus Blackwood agreeing on something, which is strange. And Lomore, the Lord of Willowwood, let's send you a gift so that we can hopefully also invite you to that plot. Perfect. But the main thing, which is in our favour, is of course that we have Varys as our new spy master, our friend, after he was thrown out of the King's Council for some strange reason. God knows why you'd do that. The best spy master probably in-game. The only one who probably comes close is Lord Strong, but I doubt that his intrigue was as good as Varys's. I can't remember how high his was from the Dance of Dragons, but I know it was pretty decent. The Clubfoot. We have got several favours as well, but I don't think we can invite them to our plot, can we? No, unfortunately not. Ask them to join our factions. We haven't really got any interesting factions at present. Lord Vouchers of Sweet Point Sand accepted Prince Stannis II of Dragonstone's peace offer. What was that war about then? Does that make someone else a higher lord? I don't know what that war was actually about with the sunglasses, but it has ended. Dragonstone, Sweet Point Sound is your war over Sweet Point Sound. Okay, I thought that. Ah, so do they not actually own Sweet Point Sound? That's interesting. Right, let's get what troops we can. So we've got 1,400 troops here. Let's get, yeah, we've got Janos in charge. Let's get our son Moros in charge as well. And got Oberyn, who's a siege leader. Our random Roiner guy, so we'll get him in there as well. Yeah, there's not much else we can do. We've got our spy master with our spy network. I did do that, didn't I? I'm pretty sure that I did. Yeah, in Riverrun. Hopefully that will help our plot along. My lord, I've collected an ample tax revenue in Harrenhall. The money should reach you together with this letter. Your humble treasurer, Sir Cleos, 45 gold. Very nice. Theon's losing heavily against his uncle Euron, though, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. Hopefully Theon can win, because we've got that alliance with him, of course. Let's move our army further north, just to try and avoid bumping into that Stark host. Even though we're allies with the Starks, we'll still fight them, which is quite annoying. And Edric Baratheon died frothing at the mouth. Did he have rabies? Okay, rabies seems to be going around in Westeros, which is strange, to say the least. Is that Pentos attacking as well? Yeah, we've got Pentoshi slave raid, which is interesting to say the least. Hopefully this Lannister host is going to march into the Riverlands. My lord and enemy host approaches intent on encircling the castle. The castle is impregnable. We will be safest here. We'll go for that. It's going to give us more march, and I think we'll be okay, just because Harrenhal takes so ridiculously long to siege. The world is a dangerous place and devious plots are everywhere. Rumours have reached you that someone is conspiring to kill your son. Right, well, let's have a look into that. Known plots, let's auto-stop plots. And kill Morris Slynt. Aurane Waters is trying to kill our son. Well, that is annoying. Let's see if we can end that. Someone's trying to replace our son as Castellan. Someone is also trying... Oh, and Morris is trying to kill Aurane Waters. Are they rivals? I'm guessing surely they are. Yes, they are. Interesting. May you live in harmony, Contentment. I've sent out eminesses to all known plotters to seize immediately. Hopefully that will end that plot to kill our son. And Theon's now winning 56%. Awesome. Now that he's handled the drums, he should be able to take care of his usurping uncle. This Lannister host will hopefully march straight onto Riverrun, which will help us massively. Let's march our army onto Riverrun as well. There's no Tully armies in between us and Riverrun that should be able to harm us. And you never know, we might get that plot to kick in before we even have to wait for Riverrun to fall. Either way, we can take it by Riverrun falling or by Lord Tully being kidnapped. Loads of random people arrive at our court constantly. Is that something to do with Harrenhal, maybe? Because I never normally get so many courtiers appear. Where's this Lannister host marching off to? We'll arrive in Stony Sept, so they're marching south, which is interesting. It's not good for us. Finally, an opportunity to abduct Lord Paramount Hoster of the Trident has arisen. Well, that didn't take long, did it? One of the Lord Paramount's personal guard has proven amenable to bribery, allowing for the opportunity to take him while he sleeps. Shall I tell my co-conspirators to begin their preparations? Only a 90% chance that it's a success. So, going by CK2 rules and how CK2 works, I can't see this going very well. But we'll try and go for it. Hopefully our good friend Varys will pull through for us here. But we're going to march on to Riverrun anyway. We need to avoid this army now, though, which I'm a bit very wary of, in fact. But the Lannister army is marching north by the looks of it, so that is good. Hopefully they'll bump into the Tully host. Who knows, we could have Hoster Tully wrapped up in the dungeons of Harrenhal before we even arrive at Riverrun, if we're lucky. Yeah, the Lannister host is marching. Disaster. Lord Paramount Hoster surprised the kidnappers with the ferocity of his struggle, and while they fled when guards came running, they were quickly caught. Even worse, the men gave up your name as their employer. You've denied it, naturally, but Lord Paramount Hoster clearly does not believe you. And we gain the dishonourable trait, which is not good. That's a bit shit. Bollocks. I didn't think it'd work, but it was worth the try. And the Lannisters are going to hopefully march with us and take Riverrun. Let's forward things along so that we can get their troops north. Oh, damn it, the Royce host has just been absolutely smashed. And yes, the Lannister host has arrived. Let's attach ourselves to that army. And there's some Tyrell host here as well. Mace has brought his men here. We know our Mace Tyrell loves a siege. Okay, no idea what that even is. Next time your head will hang from the castle walls. Our tyranny changes. What the hell is all this? And Lucius arrived at your court imprisoned. I have no idea who you are. No idea at all who you are. Let's just exile you to the wall then. Why not? Because I've got no idea who you are. He will be of use on the wall. I'm not funding the journey there. Yeah, just send him to the wall. We do need to get a little bit of piety back. My lord, the finances of the realm are in a poor state. The Iron Throne has an urgent need of gold. So I hereby request you provide a loan for House Lannister. Regards, King Joffery of House Lannister. Give the money in exchange for a favour. Except, yes. Let's get a favour over the king. That could be very, very useful for us. My dear friend, I wish to give you the honour of sending my child Elaine to you in Harrenhall, making her your ward. I can think of none better to teach her and nurture her into a good woman. Is that Gregor Clegane? Our good friend Gregor Clegane. His daughter Elaine, as if he's actually got a daughter who's alive. Has he got more? Wow, he's got 2 sons as well. Gawain Clegane and Reynard Clegane. A fine notion. I'll take her on as my ward, Sir Gregor. My good friend, Sir Gregor. Rather have him as a friend as an enemy. Rather have him as a friend than an enemy, that's for sure. At least we now have a favour from the king as well. Hopefully we can definitely put that into action. And the Lannister host has crushed the Tully host for us. And the Tyrell host is helping us siege. My god, Mace Tyrell loves a siege, doesn't he? Anything to not get his men into battle. Oh, and there's another Tyrell host there, being led by Mace himself, Mace the Ace. What have we got here? To the most excellent Lord Janos, your wisdom and mercy are legendary. Please support me by voting with me on the council. If you do agree, I will henceforth owe you a favour, Lord Godric of Langwood Hall. I accept. Let's get all those favours in. We've now got 4 favours, 1 from the king, which is absolutely awesome. We'll put them all into play once we get chance. Especially if we can use it to try and bribe our way to getting in charge of the Riverlands. Your friend Lord Paramount, Mace Tyrell, has been captured by Lord Paramount, Hoster Tully of the Trident, and taken to Riverrun as a prisoner. Well, that's not good, but hopefully we can free him once the siege of Riverrun ends. A lot of Tyrell and Lannister forces around here as well, so we're 63% in favour just from battle. There's not that much under siege at the moment. It's come to my attention that Justifer of High Heart, Master Martin of Scarstone, has bribed and threatened his way through my domain, trying to get enough people to recognise his claim on my title, and has fabricated for his liege Sir Offa of High Heart. Well, that's annoying. And he's used it. It's a shame that we couldn't do anything about getting rid of him there, but never mind. House Blaintree. Aren't they in the north in earlier bookmarks, or is it in this bookmark? I seem to remember them being in Realwater Crossing in a bookmark that I've done. Could have been in the Knights of Andalia. And they do rule in High Heart, so maybe they're an old god house or something. I'm not sure. You guys fill me in. I'm not sure. I'm sure one of you will know. I'm sure Matt will know if he's watching. And Fion's at 70%. And oh, we're actually beating the king in the north. Well, the self-proclaimed king in the north at the moment. It seems that Master Tristan of Carpenter Town, the spy master of Lord Malador of Bramsport, has been sent to Bramsport to investigate rumours of a plot. Maybe he should be silenced before he finds out about my plot to kidnap Lord Paramount Hoster. Well, let's have a look at you. Master Tristan of Carpenter Town, you're no one too special. You're not even good at intrigue. Have him killed immediately, and we managed to get it done. Perfect. And Riverrun remains under siege by 28,000 Reachman, Lannister men, and Slynt men. And they've just crushed another Tully host. So it's literally as soon as Riverrun falls. We might not even need to get Riverrun to fall before we finish this. It would be good, and we're now known as the Treacherous. Lord Janos the Treacherous of Harrenhall. What a cool nickname. Rather it'd be like Lord Janos, the man with many friends of Harrenhall, but it could have been a better name. My dear friend, I fear the war might drag you away from me. My dear friend, I fear the war might drag you away from me longer than necessary, and thus I felt there must be something I could do. So please accept my help, and let's win this war together. Lord Littlefinger will join Lord Janos of Harrenhall in his offensive wars. Well, thank you very much, Littlefinger. Not that you've got a lot of manpower, but him and his 666 men. Well, that's definitely a sign, isn't it, considering it's Littlefinger. Yeah, but Littlefinger's leading his own host to come and fight us. Likes to lead from the rear, apparently. Okay, well, that's awesome. We are betrothed to one of his daughters as well, aren't we, our grandson? So we're at 93% now. Come on, is Riverrun going to fall? I want Riverrun to fall before we get to 100%. I want the loot of Riverrun, and I want to be able to free our good friend Macy Ace. It's turning colder and colder. The people of Harrenhall can no longer work the field. Wow, winter's getting all the way this far south, and the siege of Riverrun is a victory. Perfect. Let's end this war then, and send. Lord Janos the Treacherous has used out the title Lordship of Darry from Lord Lyman of the Bay of Crabs. The Harrenhall War for the Lordship of Harroway's Town, Lordship of Darry, and Lordship of Maidenpool has ended. We have successfully seized the Lordship of Ataranta after defeating Lord Paramount Hoster Tully. Lord Roland can swear fealty to me. Sir Wendell can swear fealty to me. Lord Manfred can swear fealty to me. Lord Willem can swear fealty to me. Lord Varian can swear fealty to me. So it's only Butterwell that we didn't take, unfortunately. Which is annoying, because I thought we had a claim on Butterwell. Yes, we have a strong claim on the Lordship of Butterwell, so I don't know why Butterwell didn't come with it, but we have managed to take the rest. Harroway's Town still ruled over by House Root. Darry is now our own, though. What about Maidenpool? The Mooton's still there. So, who is the rightful Lord of Darry? It should be a young lad, shouldn't it? Lyman Darry, who is still alive. 17. It's a shame that we can't grant it back to him and keep Darry around, but he's gone to Saltpans. So, there is a member of House Darry left. You know what? We will give it to... Do we have any friends in court who are without... a friend without land? We've got Varys, of course, but there's no point giving Varys any land. I don't think we have anyone of noble birth, do we? So we will... let's give it to our second son, Joffery Slynt. Let's grant him the landed title, the Lordship of Darry, including the lower titles that come with that. And he's not knighted. Let's just knight our son. Grant a knighthood. I don't think... him having to earn it is anything that Janos Slynt's going to be bothered out. Does Moros Slynt have a knighthood? No, he doesn't. So let's give our other son a knighthood. What about Danos Slynt? Do you have a knighthood? No, we'll grant you a knighthood as well then. Let's grant knighthoods. Knighthoods for all of our sons. Perfect. So that has expanded our land massively. Let's bring our host home. And let's see... oh, we're attached still, aren't we? Let's detach and let's bring our forces home and then see what we can do. Some of your kin are unhappy that you granted the Lordship of Darry to Lord Joffery Slynt. Who's unhappy? Sir Danos Slynt. Don't worry. I will get lands for you, my other son, as soon as possible. Butterwell should be our vassal. Blessed upon you and your house. I, Lord Joffery of Darry, accept your proposal for a non-aggression pact. Perfect. We could go and help Joffrey, but we're not going to. We've already spent enough of our forces. We need to let them recover. Let's have a look at our new lord. Lord Manfred of Lolliston. Lord Vance with the green dragon rather than... isn't it normally red? Is it normally black and white and red? Oh no, just black and white and with yellow. It's a different branch of Vance, isn't it? Shoreham, we've got House Woad. Harroway's Town, we have House Root. Maidenpool, House Mooton, of course. Right, forces disband. Let's wait for the wars to finish and then see what we can do. We've got an idle council member, our Master at Arms. Let's get you to just train troops in Harrenhall for now. How much is it to rebuild Harrenhall? 800 gold. My goodness. Yeah, we don't have the money for that. Okay. Let's see what happens once this war ends with Riverrun and stuff goes to normal. Then we can start a faction to hopefully overthrow the monarchy, the paramountcy of the Riverlands. We're a liege loyalist, of course. How long is it going to take for this? What other wars have we got? Theon's winning his war now, which is good, and the Crown's winning its war against Pentos as well. It's a shame that we can't wait. We've got to wait until everything ends because we are actually under a different paramountcy. I wonder if Joffrey will hand us over to Hoster Tully. And we've got a message to invite to a plot. We are Wisdom and Mercy Leisure. We would like you to back our plot to kill John Crane. Seems a little bit harsh. Best when you and your house, we request that you honour your obligation and answer this call to arms against Lord Paramount Hugh of the Vale. Sir Donald of the Bloody Gate accepted Lord Ander of the Runestone's call to arms. Okay, so lots of people have accepted his call to arms by the looks of it. So the Vale's going into a huge civil war. We'll accept. Let's see what's actually going to happen. Lord Ander II of Runestone has declared war against the tyranny of Lord Paramount Hugh of the Vale. Interesting. So yeah, we'll accept, but then we'll just see how it goes. I can't see the Hardings staying in power for very long. There's a huge power vacuum now in the Vale, isn't there? With the Arryns wiped out. Surely the Vale's got to pass to House Corpry or House Royce. House Royce, I would say first, but if not, then maybe the Corprys just for their Andor ancestry. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm really annoyed that we didn't get Butterwell. Really annoyed, because we'd have a hell of a lot of land there if we did have that. Never mind, we've got a decent amount of land. We're still trying to get a claim on Wayfarer's Rest as well. When you have held court and make judgments on matters of the realm, many of your subjects have found your rulings and proclamations rather authoritative and lacking in any consistency. This has meant more revenue in fines and confiscations, but people think you are a tyrant. Your council is urging you to apply the law in a more even and just manner. I am the law. And we gain some gold for that, which is perfect, because we do need gold. Desperately. People of King's Landing can no longer work the field. Have the White Walkers actually invaded yet? I've noticed as of late, they don't tend to do it, which is really annoying. And yeah, the Wildlings have now split up completely. They just don't seem to invade anymore at all. Whether it's with the newest update or with the more Bloodline submod, but they never ever seem to invade when you start in the War of the Five Kings bookmark. We've been invited to a plot to kill Sir Morrigan again. I'm going to decline. We've got nothing to gain from that. We do need a new plot though. We don't want to then again we could kidnap him. Money is their duty. Give them gold. No, it's their duty. We're playing as Janos Slynt. I can't imagine him paying out of his own pocket for something that he's not going to gain from. We've not even got any men raised, so all our men are currently disbanded. Under my guidance, my young ward, Elaine, is slowly mastering the art of swordsmanship. Interesting. We really need to get control of the Riverlands, making us a very powerful lord. We're a high lord, but we deserve to be bigger than that. The High Septon has declared an anathema upon your friend Lord Peter Baelish. Well, that is a shame. Poor Littlefinger, what did you do? Theon's almost won his war now against his uncle Euron as well, which is perfect. Hopefully he's about to win that. Yes, 100% perfect. That's one more war away at the bottom. I want the Iron Throne to return to peace so that we can start plotting to gain the Riverlands. It seems that Jocelyn, the spymaster of King Joffery of the Iron Throne, has been sent to the Red Keep to investigate rumours of a plot. Maybe he should be silenced before he finds out about my plot to kidnap Lord Paramount Hoster Tully. Is he Hand of the King of the Iron Throne? But you're not our friend. Let's have him killed immediately. Perfect. Well played, Sir Janos. We can't have someone that close to the king uncovering our intentions. The Lord Reaver Euron's claim on the Iron Islands war has ended. Lord Paramount Theon of the Iron Islands has won. Perfect. Great news. Strange to actually see Theon in charge of the Iron Islands. That doesn't happen very often in any of my playthroughs. And Lord Janos the Treacherous has inherited Castle of Kingspire Tower from Commander Perking of Kingspire Tower, which just gives us too many lands. So let's give that to somebody then. Let's give it to Aurain Waters just to stop him from trying to kill our son. Grant him the landed title of the Castle of Kingspire Tower. And that opens up a position for a new commander. Have anyone decent? Quincy, Varys. Varys has 13 martial, which is interesting. We'll go for Quincy. And our son is upset. Alright then, let's grant you the Castle of Widow's Tower. You can have a castle. You can have a barony underneath us in Harrenhall. There you go. Will that make you happy? And it looks like the tyranny against the Hardings is going exceptionally well, and all the wars are almost over, which is perfect. Let's keep getting things on. Septon Lewis' position on the Regency Council is under question. Your acquaintance Master Galbert Glover is trying to have him removed and is asking for your support. No, Septimus is doing a fine job. Or, neither of them are our friends. Galbert Glover. I love how he's on the King's Council. He shouldn't even be his vassal. It makes no sense when these things happen. Let's have a look. What sort of traits has he got? He's cynical, craven. No, he's doing a fine job. The Regency Council has convened and has taken a vote on the matter of Septimus' continued membership of the King's Council. And the war against the North is over. It'll be interesting to see what happens. And Lord Stokeworth died under suspicious circumstances. Who's the heir to those lands? Lady Felina of Rosby, a 5-year-old. Can we arrange a betrothal between her? And do we have... We do have our grandson Joffrey. Was he of the main line, Joffrey? Our grandson. Should probably check first, shouldn't I? I don't want... If he's the heir... Yes, he's the heir's heir, so we don't want to marry... Or would it let us do it unmatrimonially, did it say? Arrange a betrothal between her. And yes, it will. That's awesome. We could inherit the lands of Stokeworth and Rosby through that marriage. That's not a bad thing. Peace with you. We request that you honour your obligation and answer this call to arms against Lord Reaver Baylor of Blacktide. Okay. That's a perfect marriage there. We can now... Do you know what then? Let's... offer you a non-aggression pact. So we'll do that for now. Let's make friends with Lady Felice for now. And then we can plot to kill her and get rid of her in the future. And that'll get us all of this land close to King's Landing. The war in the Vale is over. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Sir Hugh Harding accepted Lord Ander II of Runestone's peace offer. The war against the tyranny of Lord Paramount Hugh of the Vale has ended. So what's going to happen there then? It'll be interesting to see what happens now. Wow, 36,000 Lannisters marching south. Ah, they've replaced him with a younger Harding. Interesting. Oh, who are the Stokeworths at war with? Defending against Lord Devon of Birch Hill in Birch Hall, Warford, Jammon's claim on Stokeworth. They've got 2,000 men. And he has got 1,000 men. So they should win that war easily enough. We could always help them out. My son, Commander Janos, has not quite been himself lately for a while now. I've noticed him looking tired and thin. I've just been informed of the cause. Janos has contracted syphilis. Call for a physician at once. Oh, well, that's not good, is it? Our money is improving very nicely, though, from our wealth in Harrenhall, so that's good. We can hopefully get that improving to 800 so we can start rebuilding Winterfell. That's because the Starks popped up. Start rebuilding Harrenhall. Your ally, Lord Paramount Duncan Stark, has been imprisoned in the Red Keep by King Joffery Lannister of the Iron Throne. Okay, well, that could be worrying. Let's see what happens there. Is he going to saw a 6-year-old in half? Hopefully not. And our alliance has broken down because of that. Declared incapable. Oh, that is worrying. The world is a dangerous place and devious plots are everywhere. Rumours have reached you that people are conspiring to kill your son. Okay, well, that's not good. Who's trying to kill our son? We've put that on. That's quite annoying. Kill Maester Stitch, Varian of Harroway's town. The wars of the great powers have subsided for now. Right, now this is... King Joffrey has revoked the lordship of Winterfell from Lord Paramount Duncan of the North. Now that is an interesting turn of events. He's took Winterfell for himself. Oh, wouldn't it be good if we could try and ask him for it? Obviously, it's not going to happen, but it would be pretty cool. I wonder who's going to make the new Lord of Winterfell. Will he do it to a Baratheon or, well, a Lannister? Sorry. It will be interesting to see what he does. We're still under his vassalage. Who is he going to... Is he just keeping it for himself for now? Is there any Starks left around? Interesting. King Joffrey revoked Dragonstone from Lord Janos II. Or is that just the High Lordship? Because he still seems to be there at present. And I would like to give you a seat on my council and therefore offer you the title of High Admiral. Okay, so we're back on the council, which is good. And he's revoked the Lordship of Driftmark as well. Lord Janos, I regret to inform you I've decided to remove you from your position on the council. So, he owns Driftmark. Whoa, he's going, like, power mad all of a sudden, taking lots of lands for himself. Oh my god, and Janos has now got old. We've reached 50 and gone grey. Not good. Been invited to a plot to kill Lewin. Well, no, because he's our decent Master at Lords. Why would I want to kill him? Is Winterfell someone else's yet? No, Joffrey's still keeping Winterfell for himself, along with Driftmark and all the other lands that he's inherited lately. Who's he at war with now? Because he's still got his forces raised. Let's have a look. Yeah, defending against Sir Harlan of Stormstrom in Sir Harlan's claim on the Stormlands. Okay, well, I can't see that being much of a hard war for Lord Paramount Stafford, the reluctant of the Stormlands, to win, to be honest. Is Davos still ruling here? Sir Dale Seaworth? Yeah, the Seaworths are still ruling. Janos Slynt, I've decided to bestow upon you the title of Warden of the East. You are hereby charged with the defence of the East in the event of any foreign threat. Yours, King Joffery, King of the Andals, the Roiner, and the Fairsmen, Lord of the Seven Kingdoms, and Protector of the Realm. A great honour. Awesome. We're Warden of the East, which is very interesting. Well, don't we deserve a seat or a title to go along with that? Shouldn't we be made Lord Paramount of the Riverlands? Considering you're revoking titles, can't you take Lord Edmund's title away from him? He should give us his vassal. We deserve that vassal. Can we actually declare war on him? Yeah, de jure claim on Butterwell. We can actually do that. We can get the Westerlands to help us out in that. Lord Paramount Lucian... Who's that? Lucian? Lord Paramount Lucian of Dragonstone. Another Lannister. Is now the Lord of Driftmark. My god, there's Lannisters everywhere. My Lord King Joffery Lannister of the Iron Throne has seen fit to name Lucian Lannister Lord Paramount of Dragonstone. He, his sons and grandsons shall hold and enjoy this honour until the end of time, and all Lords of Dragonstone shall pay him homage as their rightful liege. Lord Paramount of Dragonstone? Since when was that a Lord Paramountcy? I've never remember that being a Lord Paramounter. Interesting. What is he going to do with the North then? Are we going to get a Lannister in Winterfell as well? This is disgusting, the amount of Lannisters around. Is Tywin still going? Wow, still going. 68. Jaime still Lord Commander. Yeah, how's Tyrion doing? Tyrion has a son, Stafford Lannister. Club-footed. Didn't inherit dwarfism though, I suppose, so... Has Tywin had any other kids with his new wife? No, he hasn't. What about Cersei? How's she doing? Just the 3 kids still. Tommen, who is betrothed to the Lady of Hayford. Marcella is unmarried. Why is she unmarried? We don't have anyone fitting her rank. It's a shame that our wife isn't dead. We could try and marry her ourselves. I have discovered a promising candidate that could potentially be strong-armed into joining factions that you support. How do you wish to proceed? Let's ask politely, Lord Paramount Willis of the Reach. We can offer you a non-aggression pact, but you're not willing. What about if we send you a small gift, Sir Willis? Lord Willis, should I say? No, still not interested. That's a shame. Would have been nice to get the alliance with the Reach back on the go. Fine, I do not like this, but for the sake of the continued prosperity of the realm, I will agree to support any faction of yours. Please don't make me regret this. Awesome. Thank you very much, Varys. Well played. We've got some liege loyalists as well now, our son. And Willis Tyrell is in our faction, which is perfect. Your close friend, Lord Paramount Tywin Lannister, has served on King Joffrey's council for some time now. It is a position he is well suited for. Yes, my many friends at court. During his visit to my court, the Master of Lords of the Iron Throne, Prince Doran of Dorne, has really convinced me of what a benevolent and peaceful ruler his liege King Joffrey of the Iron Throne is. I already know that. He is our king, our one true king. We're still under the throne's command as well, which is interesting. Lord Paramount Edmure II of the Trident has transferred the vassalage of Lord Beren of Butterwell to Lord Janos the Treacherous. Oh, thank you very much, Edmure. Does that mean we are now under the control of Edmure Tully? Yes, we are. Perfect. Time to begin plotting. Plotting. What am I on about? We don't want to be in this Liege Loyalists of the Trident. Who have we got in there? Seaguard, Deddington, Turnbridge, Southstone, so Lord Bracken and Lord Frey. Let's see if we can start a faction. Lord Rickon for the Trident, Lord Paramount Duncan for the Trident, overthrow the monarchy of the Trident. Yes, let's overthrow the monarchy of the Trident. Can we invite many people to join our faction? We need to start plotting for that and try and get control of the Trident for ourselves. Let's see what plots we can also do. What can we go for? Plot to fabricate a claim on the kingdom of the Trident. Perfect. For some reason we can't select that though. Okay, so we need to have the same culture. Can we convert to Riverman culture? We can do that, which will hopefully allow us to then go for that. We're now a Riverman, considering that we rule in the Rim. We can always change that in the future, though. What else do we need to be able to do this? One of these must be true. Lord Janos owes the traditional capital. Lord Janos' culture is the same as the traditional culture of the Trident. Well, we've gone for that. We've changed that. So, prestige is great. We need more prestige, and the army is greater or equal to 60% of Lord Paramount Edmure of the Trident. Okay, so we need a bit more manpower still. And we need more prestige. Okay. And then hopefully we'll be able to go for that. And we'll try and plot a claim upon that. We'll end this episode here then, and we can work towards that in the future, guys. So thank you all so much for watching, as always. I hope that you've enjoyed this episode of our Lord Janos playthrough. My god, look at all those Lannister badges all over Westeros. Yes, please don't forget to like and comment down below if you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought. Hopefully I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.